what do we have here? A surfer who almost loses his leg? A burnt-out champ? Wow, buckets of fun. But wait, there's good news too in this week's Surf News Update. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the surf podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned Wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the news and truths about what it takes to be surfing. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Surfer nearly loses leg after Boise river surfing accident. A surfer at Boise Whitewater Park in Idaho is recovering after what initially appeared to be a relatively minor surfing injury that then developed into a potentially life-threatening medical emergency. Travis Stidham was surfing the park's more advanced Phase 2 river wave when he fell and struck his thigh on a rock beneath the fast-moving water. Despite the impact, he continued surfing for the rest of the day, spent time with friends afterwards, even biked home. But once he got home, his symptoms suddenly escalated and included severe pain, tingling in his foot, muscle stiffness, and what he described as nervous system shocks. Doctors later diagnosed him with acute compartment syndrome. It's a condition where swelling and pressure build inside muscle tissue and restrict blood flow. Emergency surgery was required, and surgeons told Travis that delaying treatment overnight could have resulted in permanent damage or even the loss of his legs. This is scary shit. Travis now faces additional surgeries and a long rehabilitation process. Well, if this story hasn't highlighted the hidden risk of river surfing and submerged obstacles in artificial wave parks, I don't know what will. UK surfing champion opens up about severe burnout. 8-time English surfing champion Lucy Campbell has spoken publicly about experiencing severe burnout after years of nonstop competition, travel, training, and media work. Lucy, who started surfing at age 8 in Woolacombe, Devon, that's where I used to surf, described spending years constantly moving between competitions and filming projects across Europe while trying to establish herself at the very top level of British surfing. Following one of her strongest competitive seasons in 2024, she pushed herself even harder, believing she was close to a major breakthrough. Instead, she says, her body shut down. Lucy described being bedridden for roughly 6 weeks, unable to surf, with her nervous system in what she describes as complete chaos, and her heart racing even while lying still. Doctors later suggested that she may have been suffering from REDS. That stands for Relative Energy Deficiency in Sport. But it's not like there is a diagnostic test to actually test these conditions. Campbell says the experience affected not only her physical health, but also her relationships and sponsorships, and of course, overall sense of identity. She has since stepped away from full-time competitive surfing and now lives in Cornwall, where she still surfs, films, and occasionally competes, but with a very different approach to training and recovery. Okay, I am ready for some good news. Woo! Munich's iconic river wave officially returns after controversy and tragedy. Woohoo! Eisbach river wave has officially reopened after months of safety concerns. Widely considered the birthplace of modern river surfing, the Eisbach wave has been surfed since the 1980s, despite being located in landlocked Bavaria, far, far from any coastline. The wave disappeared unexpectedly last November following routine riverbed maintenance and cleaning operations, leaving local surfers confused and concerned about its future. The reopening also comes less than a year after the death of a 33-year-old surfer whose leash reportedly became caught on rocks beneath the wave, trapping her underwater. Members of the Munich surfing community have long warned about submerged rocks in the riverbed that can create dangerous hazards. Wow, that was semi-depressing. Maybe this will fix it. Surf-themed animated film opens Cannes Critics Week. A new animated surf-themed feature titled In Waves opened Cannes Critics Week. The film is based on AJ Dungo's acclaimed 2019 graphic novel of the same name, which became well known for blending surfing history with a deeply personal story about grief, illness, and relationships. So again, semi-depressing. It features the voices of Stephanie Sue and Will Sharp. The story follows a surfer named Kristen and a skateboarder and artist named AJ, whose relationship develops through surfing and shared creative passions before being challenged by serious illness. According to the production team, the film also explores surfing's cultural and historical connections to Hawaii, which formed an important part of the original graphic novel. And that's all for today. Check out the wipeoutweekly.com for our free newsletter, more stories, and the surf directory for upcoming surf retreats, local events, and community listings. Thanks for listening. And I hope you get some waves this week.